Hello everyone and welcome back to our part number 2 of our cruise with MSC Seaside. This morning we woke up to the coastline of Tunis and we will soon arrive to the port of La Goulette. After a normal morning stroll on deck and enjoy this wonderful warm weather and the light sea breeze, we headed to the main dining room to enjoy an a la carte breakfast. I think it's the third time or fourth time we are arriving to La Goulette with a cruise. One time we went off and enjoyed a wonderful guided tour along this historical city. But due to weather condition, we did feel it was not suitable to get off. Instead, we did choose to stay on board to enjoy the facilities. As usual, we are docked in La Goulette with MSC Cruises. They have the crew drill when they put in the lifeboat. We actually did do the right choice, because when we were on the sun deck enjoying, it started to rain heavily, and they actually stopped the excursions a little bit, so the rain was a little bit lighter. We instead enjoyed a really nice buffet lunch. We really enjoyed the buffet, but unfortunately it was a little bit smaller selection than it has been before on other MSC cruise ships. But nevertheless said about that, you always have lots of different options, so you always find something you like. As the expression after rain it comes sunshine, and it surely did. As soon as the sun came up behind the clouds, it was becoming a really nice day. We took a pre-dinner cocktail in the champagne bar and then headed to the main restaurant to enjoy a lovely meal together with our Swedish table neighbors. One of MSC's theme party and most recognized is the White Party, when everyone gets dressed up in white and dancing and having lots of fun together. After a full day with rain showers, sun, relaxing, dancing and enjoyable food, we ended up in the ship's sports bar or pub, which has a really nice selection of bottled beer. We are normally not pub people and sports people, but this bar is really enjoyable. You have a nice panoramic window over the sea and a nice selection of different beverages, and the service was really excellent. And if you want to have something to nibble on, you have a nice selection for a small extra cost that you can enjoy, like chicken wings or chips. We slowly arrived at Palermo on the island Sicily. Today we really want to get off the ship to get some solid ground under our feet and enjoy a wonderful city with a lot of culture and food. We just strolled around after we disembarked and enjoyed the different buildings and the vibe of this Sicilian town. Unfortunately, it started to rain heavily. So we were standing under a tree and was looking for a cab that can take us back to the port. So we only was ashore about 3 hours before we headed back to the ship and get dried up and get some food. During the afternoon, the rain showers stopped and we had this wonderful view over the town and city center. We instead enjoyed a relaxing time on the sun deck and the different activities that was held on board. One of our favorite spots here on board is the aft pool on the lower deck. We have a nice bar with a pool area and nice seating. You can also get gelato to a small extra fee. The evening continued as the normal do on board. We had some pre-dinner cocktail and enjoyed a really nice dinner once again in the main dining room. This evening we ended up in one of our favorite lounges, and there was a quiz and trivia, but we didn't do so well in the quiz. After that we headed to the pub and sports bar again. The friendly and calm atmosphere was really enjoyable. And sit down to summarize the day. The next morning we woke up in sunny Italy, and more exactly Naples, the city where you have the Vesuvio and Pompeii. We actually visit the town for the first time on our first cruise 17 years ago with MSC Fantasia. Then it was quite rough and really not so inviting. So we had low expectation, but we were really looking forward to go the memory lane. And wow, we were really positive surprised over what has happened during this 17 period since we were here last. The city was vibrant, colorful, and lots of nice people, and we just stroll around at the main shopping street and the narrow alleys. But in some way, I didn't get the Lady and Tramp feeling from the Disney version. This was more modern, chic, and very clean city. For some reason, we missed this wonderful Galleria when we were here last time. Maybe it was not open and so nice, but it was really a wonderful architecture building with this wonderful glass roof. So now back to memory lane. We went here, we know that, and we continued to the hotel area by the sea. We actually ate one of the best pizza here in the area, and we wanted to visit this pizzeria to enjoy a nice Italian Napoleon pizza. But unfortunately it has been modernized and a little bit chic area. So instead it has become a nice Italian cafe where we enjoy some beverages before we continue the walk in the heat of the Mediterranean sun. Now it's time to head back to the ship, and it was really enjoyable to once again visit Naples again, and I think we surely will do that again in the near future. We did eat in the a la carte restaurant for lunch because we didn't find our pizzeria ashore, but it was a really tasty meal. The late afternoon we spent on the sun deck with a view over Naples and the Royal Caribbean International cruise ship Odyssey of the Seas. Here you can see the Northern Star, which is one of the special features on some Royal Caribbean ships. And we get a little bit extra warm in our heart that they have flagged the Pride flag in the bow during this Pride month. Now it's time for departure and leave Naples and the volcano Vesuvio behind us. Now it actually started to rain a little bit just as we sailed out from the harbor, and the sun deck was soon empty. But as fast as the rain came, it disappeared, and it was really nice, enjoyable sail away. Both of us are member in MSC Voyager Club and Diamond member. Because of that, we are invited to the Diamond Party, where we meet the senior officers and have a toast together. They actually had a little lottery and raffle where you can win a ship model signed by the officers and captain. It was a really nice fun touch that we have never experienced before on board. This evening we will enjoy our second and last dinner in the specialty restaurant. And this time we will visit the Butcher's Cat, the steakhouse here on board, which has a really nice menu and a lovely view. The service staff was excellent, and I can assure you we were really stuffed like Christmas turkeys after this. Even if we choose the smallest dish, surf and turf, we actually was thinking about skipping the dessert, but why not? It's included in the price and it was really lovely even if we didn't eat everything. After such a big and heavy meal, it was really perfect to just take a long walk on the sun deck and enjoy the sea and sunset again. Rise and shine, time for breakfast, or just eat and drink something small. We were still quite stuffed from the last evening's dinner. But it's nice to have an omelette station where you can choose your ingredients. Now we're closing up to the next port called Livorno, and we're passing by the ferry Moby Orly, which is the former Viking Line ferry Olympia. They have a really nice theater and really good artists and performance. They actually have 3 shows every evening to accommodate every guest. But you actually have to book a seat. You do that in the MSC For Me app or on the touchscreen that are situated in the public areas, just by scanning your cruise card. Now we arrived in Livorno, Italy. We had the thoughts of getting ashore, but unfortunately you are not allowed to walk in the harbor area and you must take a shuttle bus that costs €10, which made us feel a little bit cheap. On the other hand, we heard from our fellow table guests that There were a Sunday, which means that everything almost was closed down. So we did take a full day on board to enjoy this last day on the sun deck and just relaxing. The ship's name is Seaside, and if you want extra seaside, you can go with a zip line that stretches over the sun deck. We didn't use that because we are both a little bit afraid of heights. There are also several water slides that actually stretches outside the ship. After being out in the sun all day, it was nice to sit down in one of the lounges to enjoy a pre-dinner cocktail. The theme this evening was Mediterranean, and it's actually one of my favorite theme evenings in the restaurant, with really nice Italian and Mediterranean dishes that we all recognize from our previous cruises with MSC. During the evening, the waiters and staff in the restaurant had a little performance for us. It was really calm in the first seating. They actually have 3 seatings on this ship, and the waiters told us that the second and third seatings are very busy for them. Here we meet one of MSC's biggest ship, MSC World Europa, which was delivered in December 2022 and is actually LNG powered, which is very environmentally friendly. Once again we find our way to the pub to enjoy some nice beverages and a little snack before it was time for us to go to the cabin and put out our bags so they can deliver it to the terminal in the morning. Now we are on the final day on board MSC Seaside, and we sail along the coastline with the destination Marseille. Now when we come to the end of this video, we want to mention that all our journeys are self-funded and not sponsored. We collect points, memberships and discounts on different kinds to achieve our goal to explore the world. We enjoyed a nice breakfast and the wonderful scenery when we sailed into the harbor. It's a very spectacular and enjoyable view, and the sun will rise slowly and light up these mountains. Now we are soon docked and we headed to the theater where the meeting point for our disembarkation was designated. And spot on the time we were allowed to disembark the ship and collect our bags in the terminal. We really hope you like this video from MSC Seaside and the cruise, and looking forward to see you in the next.